Good morning, Crossbridge family. It's Wednesday morning and it's time for your SOAP update. Today, we are in 1 Kings chapter 17, and this is a really impressive chapter, one that has stood out amongst all of the chapters that we've read. We begin to see some miracles and these things that are beginning to develop by a man named Elijah. And today, tomorrow, you're going to see some pretty big things in his life. And what I love about Elijah is not this story in particular, what he does, but I want to draw your attention to someone else. Not Elijah, but to the widow of Zarephath. And the widow of Zarephath is amazing because she is a reminder to me where it's so easy for me to judge a passage and say, I can't believe this. But the reality is it's speaking deep to my soul, saying, Jimmy, you got some things you could work on too. And it's funny, when I look at this passage, there's this miracle that happens where they're coming down to their very last bit of flour and oil, this woman and her son, and Elijah shows up and says, would you feed me? And she continues to say, I got nothing. And he says, listen, if you feed me, you hook me up, you'll always have enough. And so she does, right? She feeds him, and there'll always be enough flour and oil left in your containers until the time when the Lord sends rain and the crops grow again, is what he says in chapter 14. So she follows through, and that very thing happens over and over and over. God provides. Later on, we find out that this woman's son becomes sick and he dies. And Elijah shows up again. And what does she say to Elijah? Like, oh, this is the worst. I can't believe it. What am I supposed to do? And it's then that Elijah stops and he says, you know what? This isn't right. And he goes upstairs into the room where this son is, and he prays over this son, and you see he lays himself out over this son, and breath comes back into this boy's life. He comes downstairs, sees his mom, and this is what I want to draw your attention to today is verse 24, the end of this chapter. As soon as this boy is alive, it says, then the woman told Elijah, now I know for sure that you are a man of God and that the Lord truly speaks through you. Listen, this lady was part of a miracle with her son where there was bread every day, enough flour and oil to continue to have. When there should have been nothing, there was always something. But it wasn't until her son died and was raised again from death to life through Elijah that she stops and says, whoa, now I realize there's something bigger going on. And a lot of times it's easy for me to look at something like this and say, how in the world could it be that she was being provided for all the time and didn't recognize that it was God? And the conviction really is, I believe there's times in my life that God is continuing to do miracle after miracle after miracle, thing after thing that points me towards him and others towards him. And I just take it for granted. What could be miraculous just becomes the norm. And instead, I'm waiting for the big thing to say, oh, now I know that God is God. Today, I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to look for the many miracles in your everyday, to appreciate each breath that you have, each smile that comes to your face, your families, and those around you. Do not wait for the large and the massive to stop and say, now I know that God is God. Today, I want to encourage you. Look for the little ways God is providing all day, every day. And smile and say, it's little things like this. This is how I know you are God. Crossbridge, I love you. I miss you. And I can't wait to see you soon. God bless you.